Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss the concept of JDBC in advanced Java programming. Before to start the JDBC, you need to understand why it required. For that, suppose you want to build a software or any programmer wants to build any application and you want to process the data, okay? And where you store this data? For that, you require a database. Okay, and you will be having a database in your system where you can store this data. Now this data can be flat file system, this data can be MongoDB, big data or Hadoop. Here we are talking about the RDBMS. It is Relational Database Management System. In that database we can talk about MySQL, Oracle, DB2, MS SQL Server or many more. And you have a Java code because to fetch data from the database where we have to fire the SQL queries. As an example, if you want to use any Java based application to get some information, then you will click on button to get the information, right? For that, programmer needs to create a graphical user interface where user can click on button and get the data, where the data will be fetched from the database. That means programmer have to connect the front-end application with the back-end database. And to connect Java with database, we require a connectivity. And this concept of connectivity with Java and database, it is called as a JDBC. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. It is a Java application programming interface that allows the Java programmers to access database management system from the Java code. Now, here you can see the figure that shows how JDBC works. It has main two layers. First one is JDBC application layer and second one is JDBC driver layer. Java application is connect with the JDBC API. Now the question arises, what is mean by API? API is nothing but application programming interface. This interface is used to interact with the relational database from the Java, and it has a set of classes and interfaces which can use from this Java application and talk to the database without learning the RDBMS. And for that we require the particular JDBC driver. Here individual database has its own specific driver. You can see in the figure MySQL database has its own MySQL driver. Oracle database has its own Oracle driver. Similarly, every database has its own specific driver for the connectivity. And this driver is basically four types. First one is JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Second one is native API driver. Third one is network protocol driver. Fourth one is theme driver. Right now we are not talking about the detail in the driver, but here we need to understand the connectivity between Java application and database. For that you need to install the database, JDBC driver and any IDE to program. Here I have mentioned the detail of MySQL database, and for the MySQL database you need to download the specific MySQL JDBC driver and any IDE, Eclipse or NetBeans you can download. So let's see from where you can download this database, IDE and connector. You can see I have mentioned one link, and I have taken this data from the internet also. And according to your system, you can select one IDE and download this in your system and install this IDE to program. Second thing is required, that is database. To download the MySQL database, just go to this link, select appropriate link for your system and download this to your into your system. Third is you need to install the connector or driver according to your database. Okay, so this is how you can download for database connectivity. Next thing is, after downloading the MySQL, this will ask you to set the password of your database. Okay, so set your password. Then after, one shell will be open, and in the shell you need to write the command, that is connect root @ localhost 3306. If you are open first time, then you need to write this code, and after this you need to write the password whatever you have set of your database. Then after this screen will be open. Here by default one MySQL connection is C. You can see here, just click on this, and after click on the default MySQL instance, you just require to set the password again. Click on OK. So this is your database that you can start to create the table. Okay. After that, you need to understand how to start the program in Eclipse. For that, click on the file, go to the new Java project, write the name of your Java project, suppose JDBC, and click on finish. Here you can see our JDBC new project has created. In that, source folder and JRE system library folder is here. In the source folder, we need to load the driver which is download, which we have downloaded, right? So open this folder, select this connector, MySQL connector Java and particular version. So just drag and drop to the source folder. This will ask to one message, copy this file, click on the OK. Now you can see the jar file is loaded here. Okay, and now next step is to set the path of our project. Okay, so we need to set this path for the driver connection. Click on the Java build path, click the add jars, select the source and select this jar file. After that, we require one Java class for the program. Okay, so in this Java class, we will perform the code of JDBC connectivity. And here we need to write the name of the Java class, suppose JDBC. Click on the public static void main and finish. So here you can see this Java class is open, and the connection is done. The library is loaded here. Now next step is to set the path and class path. For that, you need to open the control panel. In that, open the advanced system settings. Here you need to require the click on the environment variables, click the path. Okay, here I have already set the path. So wherever your MySQL connector Java jar file is downloaded, you need to copy this path and paste over here. Click on the OK. Similarly, you have to set the class path. Okay, I have already set the class path also. So here you can see the class path, but here MySQL connector java.jar, you need to write the whole path. Click on the OK. Okay, so after the configuration, you need to set some fundamental steps. Okay, so let's see what are the fundamental steps to connect the Java and database. First step is to import the required package. The code is import java.sql.star. Step 2 is to load JDBC driver and register JDBC driver. How to load the JDBC driver, which I have already discussed. Okay, and how to register the JDBC driver. For that, the code is class.phonename into bracket com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Here, phone name is a one method which will be used to connect the database, and this com.mysql.jdbc.driver, it is the database specific name. Okay, this is my specific name of the driver. If you are using the another database such as Oracle, then you need to write this specific name over here. Okay, and this method is belongs to the class name itself, class. Step 3 is to open the connection. It means to establish the connection, and for that you need to create one instance name connection object and one method, that is the get connection, and here you require the URL, username and password. Step 3 is to create a query or create a statement. Step 4 is to execute a query. Okay. Here I have give the one example, that is select ID first from the employees. It means in my database employee table is already created, and from this table I will select the ID and first from this employee table. Step 6 is extract data from the result set. Step 7 is close the connection. So this is how you can connect the Java with the database. These are the 7 steps, and to better understanding of these steps, I have given one example, that if you want to make a video call to your friend, then you need to follow this step. You need to open the phone app, then you need to save the number of your friend in your phone, then after you set the network. Fourth step is set your mind what you want to discuss with your friend. Step 5 is talk with your friend whatever you want to discuss. Step 6 is got the result, and step 7 is end the call. So this is how you, in this video, you can understand what is mean by JDBC, why it require, what are the steps to follow for connecting the Java and database, and how to configure all these things which will be required to program the JDBC connectivity. Thank you everyone.